All right, guys, so I don't do a whole lot of news videos. However, this one deserves talking about, and that is the upcoming quality of life feature. So Plarium's released a roadmap, which is something they said they weren't going to do because they did it a long time ago. It didn't really pan out as expected, and they had a lot of negative community backlash. So upcoming, this is super exciting. We have Tavern improvements, which I'm going to go over today, and then we have Epic Champion Empowerment, which sounds interesting. I think it could be really good, or it could just make the difference between low spinners and whales even bigger. I'm not really sure, but to be honest, epic champions typically aren't used in like your arena situations to begin with, so I think it's just gonna make PvE content in general easier to progress in, which is pretty exciting. I don't think any epic champion is gonna be massively different as far as PvP and like unbalancing things. In general, I think it's just gonna make PvE content easier. So I don't really see this as a bad thing. And then artifact presets, this is very interesting. However, we've got a potential issue. So the artifact presets, before going into this, I'm wondering if it's gonna be like, okay, you could have your nuker in set 1 or set 2, but each of those sets stays in your inventory. You're gonna have a lot more gear used up in your inventory, and you only have 1,500 spaces as it is currently. A lot of players struggle with gear space, so having artifact presets could be amazing. I'm looking forward to it, I'm excited for it. However, it could also be problematic if we don't get increased artifact storage. However, with the artifact storage, once you increase it to a certain point, I've been in accounts before that have champions muling gear, which is essentially champions equipped with gear, put them in the reserve vault. When you're going through that account, the account lags so much. So if Plarium doesn't fix the lag issue and the artifact presets do keep extra sets of your gear, this could be a pretty big problem, I believe. However, artifact presets at the base level sound super interesting. For example, my Nishak, I could use one Nishak, but I could build him for solo dragon farming majority of the time, and then easily swap it over for Bommel farming whenever Bommel comes around. That would be very cool and make it possible for me to actually empower my Nishak further because I don't have to use different copies. So I am kind of interested in that. Or I'm definitely interested in it. But either way, it could be really good or it could be some problems arising. Accessory filter is very cool, specifically filtering out these set accessories from the regular accessories. Set accessories are so valuable, and it gets really clustered and very cluttered looking at this. Okay, I have refresh, I have revenge, I have protection, merciless, supersonic, all kinds of stuff mixed in. And it makes it difficult when it comes to actually cleansing because I may accidentally sell some of the special sets when I don't really need to, or I may want to see how many of a specific set I have without using like RSL Helper or other tools like that. So accessory filter is very much needed, so I am very happy to see that. Artifact removal booster item, very cool, assuming it's not just in the shop. So essentially what I expect this to be is you get the artifact removal booster item, and then you can essentially get free artifact removals whenever you want it, which is awesome. Super excited, looking forward to that. Hopefully it's something you can win from tournaments, events, so on and so forth. But if it's like a shop purchase, then this isn't going to be huge for a lot of players. And then we have Hydra Clash participation rewards. Now this is going to be probably way out in the future. Who knows, 6 months from now? No idea. But hopefully these are some really solid rewards. It'd be amazing if they even increased the rewards from actually placing and gave players stone skin and protection accessories even if you didn't place, because this is a big issue for a lot of clans who maybe you're pushing hard and you get matched against really high level clans and you just can't compete. Well, now you get no accessories whatsoever even if you were doing a ton of Hydra damage. So having the participation rewards, really no matter what they are, it's going to be a big quality of life because it's going to incentivize players to do Hydra even more. Hydra is one of the most beneficial areas in the game anyways, but you definitely, the Hydra Clash, specifically participation rewards, are cool to see, especially for stuff outside of 1st through 3rd place. Now, as far as the Tavern improvements, we do have some information on this. We don't have much information on anything else, unfortunately, but we do have info on the Tavern improvements. So the Tavern champions. So now we have a champion filter. Whenever you're feeding your champions, you can come through here and actually filter out the champions. That's pretty cool. Not so much needed in my opinion, but it is cool if you want to feed specific champions. Get rid of all those fell hounds or those hound spawns, those hell spawns, whatever they're called, those little green dogs or the incubuses, no, the blue dogs or the incubuses. Get rid of all those. We don't want them, guys. We do not want those daggone champions cluttering up your champion storage. And then we have the Ascension, quick Ascension. So now instead of individual clicking from 1 to 6 star, you can just scroll up the potion bar, see what you need, and go ahead and instantly take a champion from 1 to 6 star, fully ascended. Very nice, very efficient. I really like that. I just spam spacebar though, and it instantly upgrades it anyways. So this isn't the biggest change for me. This is going to be fast booking, which really wasn't a problem for me either, but it is a nice quality of life. I mean, you can just scroll up, fully book your champion. You don't have to fill out all these individual slots. Up next is instant upgrade, which is very nice. Instant upgrade the champion. Auto selects the champions to feed. You don't have to worry about the 6 slots. You don't have to manually go through during a champion training tournament and select each champion individually, which is so annoying. So now instant upgrade, this is a feature that should have been in the game forever, but I'm glad to see it's finally coming. Then we have the instant rank up, which is so nice. So many games have this, guys. I cannot explain to you how nice this is, how nice this will be, and how they should have had this a long time ago. But let's go ahead and focus on the future because it's coming to the game finally. Instant rank up. Man, this is a feature that I've seen in Watcher of Realms. I've seen a lot of other games, and it's so much easier. All basically hero collector games where you level up and feed champions have this feature. So it's very nice to see that Raid actually has it and Plarium's adding it. So now leveling up 1-star champions to level 10 isn't going to be as daunting of a task because you can just throw them in here, instantly rank them up to 2 stars, 2 stars to 3 stars. It's going to be so much easier for champion training tournaments. Man, I can't even express how excited I am for this because as being somebody who does push in champion training tournaments, this is going to be a complete game changer. And then lastly, we have the instant rank up feature, the filter. So sacrifice champions with gear. Obviously, you want to be very careful. You don't probably want to sacrifice champions with gear because when it is automated like this, you may end up sacrificing champions who you actually have mule and gear. That's pretty good. So you got to be careful with that. But all this stuff is very good. You can customize this to a point where you know basically, hey, I'm sacrificing champions that I'm not going to be using in the future. So all this stuff is very good. Very much looking forward to this. I'm very interested in seeing what the epic champion empowerment entails. I think in general, it's going to be a good boost to have, especially for those Centranos epic champions that you need higher stats on. General PvE content, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in PvP because people who have legendaries are already at a big advantage, especially in the lower tiers. So boosting epics shouldn't make a huge difference there, I wouldn't think. Interested in artifact presets, got some concerns. Everything else seems super, very, very, very interesting, honestly. So guys, let me know down below what you think about this. Share some excitement in the comment section. Let Plarium know that, hey, you listened to the community. You did something we're all super excited for. So let's encourage them to continue doing this. Probably the best thing that's come out of Community Week. This is honestly very, very nice. This will save so much time each day. Just being able to, well, throughout the week, being able to upgrade the champions like this is so nice because upgrading champions is a huge part of Raid. So being able to do it so quick is honestly such a quality of life. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Love and appreciate all of you. Best of luck. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.